Well, welcome to the channel, the Cybersecurity Mindset. My name's Alex Hubbard. I am a cybersecurity engineer slash vCISO slash system admin. I've worn a lot of hats in the IT industry. Today, I want to talk to you about 8 mistakes you can avoid when building a successful cybersecurity program. In many organizations, big and small, IT and cybersecurity is often looked at as an expense, something that's needed to tick a box. Buy-in for cybersecurity from executive management or the board of directors, it's often not thought about, and it can be tough to obtain. Having support from executive management or your board of directors is key to being able to build a program effectively. You need to be able to understand the business's goals and objectives to help drive that cybersecurity program. It's important to have a strong cybersecurity program in your organization. Without one, you leave the door open to being compromised. So number one, obviously, as I stated, not getting buy-in from executive management or your board of directors. This is one of the absolute number one mistakes you can make when building out your cybersecurity program. Cybersecurity initiatives, they absolutely have to come from the top down. If you don't have buy-in from the top, the rest of your organization is not going to follow your lead. It's the most critical step that I see clients make this mistake all the time. IT's looked at it as an expense. They really don't want to change. That change has to come from the top down. There's just no other way about it. You as IT are not going to make that change by yourself. Number two, not understanding the business's goals and objectives. Your job in cybersecurity is to help align cybersecurity with the business's goals and objectives so that the organization can have an effective cybersecurity program that isn't just an expense. Number three, you really need to have a good handle on your organization or your company's culture. IT and cybersecurity alone, they can't change that culture within the organization. This goes back to number one, having executive buy-in. If your organization's culture is opposed to cybersecurity initiatives, you will need to help understand that and make those changes, and you're going to need help doing that. This kind of goes with mistake number one. Mistake number four, you forget that policies and procedures, they're living documents. You need to be able to review them regularly, update them regularly, make changes to them regularly. You know, you can put together this robust cybersecurity program, but if you don't review it and update it regularly, it's going to get stale. Technology, cybersecurity, business initiatives and goals, they all change regularly, and your policies and procedures should reflect that. Number five is not incorporating risk management into your program. This should be one of the very first exercises that you should perform when you build out a cybersecurity program for your organization. You need to be able to look at all the risks that affect the organization or might affect the organization, document them, and figure out how you're going to either mitigate them, remediate them, or accept them. And you should absolutely be tracking them. If you don't know the risks to your organization, how do you figure out you're going to secure them? Like how are you going to be able to secure something that you don't know exists? Number six, not understanding that all employees in the organization play a role in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity awareness training is one of the most important tools in your tool belt as a cybersecurity professional securing an organization. Attacks have enhanced, they've gotten tricky, they're hard to spot. These attackers are really good at disguising some of these phishing email attempts that are out there, and it can be tough to spot even for an IT professional. Sometimes they're that good where you have to stop and think about it and look really hard. So training your users to be able to identify these risks and report them accordingly is a key tool in your tool belt to being able to develop a successful cybersecurity program. 7 and 8 kind of go hand in hand. Number 7 is not having a CISO or virtual CISO in charge of the cybersecurity program. A cybersecurity program needs directive. You need somebody that's going to be able to take charge of it, understand it, and help push it along. It's a living, breathing program. It needs attention from a dedicated individual or cybersecurity resource, to maintain it, to mature it, and see that things are being followed through, and to interface with your executive management, your board of directors, that sort of thing. Number 8 is a lack of resources. I see this with a lot of my clients. Cybersecurity tends to fall under IT, especially for a small business, and they don't have the resources to complete their IT projects, let alone any kind of cybersecurity initiatives. You really need to be able to have resources dedicated to cybersecurity so that you can help drive this program along. And it's going to be real critical for, as the world evolves and the threat landscapes change, it's going to be real critical for you to have a good cybersecurity program in your organization. Your clients are going to demand it, your vendors are going to demand it. It's something that if you haven't started thinking about it now, you absolutely should be thinking about it. And hopefully these 8 mistakes, these are mistakes that I have seen made over the years, just in IT in general and my time in cybersecurity. So hopefully they help you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing below, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you in the next video.